It's first of three. Of course, game number two will have Hannibal-LaGrange and Southwestern, and then we conclude game number three, Central Methodist and Southwestern as well. So both teams are warming up there. That's a lot of good players coming back in there. There's Annabelle Mawson. Of course, I had a good chance to meet them there at the Volleyball Classic over at Columbia College there just actually 2 weeks ago today. That's when I first got to meet the team there as well. And looks like both teams will be lining up there. So now both teams are getting ready to hit into the lineup cards. Get things lined up there as well. It looks like Gary Lenhart is our public address announcer. He'll give you today's starting lineup. And of course, we'll have our national anthem.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bucket Fieldhouse for today's matchup between the Hannibal-LaGrange Trojans and your 18th ranked Central Methodist Eagles. We ask our players, coaches, and spectators abide by the NAIA champions of character values, which are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for a prayer to be followed by the playing of our national anthem. Almighty God, you have created us to strive for our best. Grant all athletes, coaches, officials, and fans the strength to pursue excellence during this event. We pray for the safety of these athletes and ask that you protect them from injury and harm, and help us to honor you in all you do on and off the court, and make us witnesses to your glory. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. Starters for today's contest. First, the Trojans of Hannibal-LaGrange. And outside the hitter, a 5'9" junior from El Paso, Texas, number 1, Ariana Future. And a Texas specialist, 5'7" junior from Colorado Springs, Colorado, number 2, Ryan Blankenship. At center, a 5'5" freshman from Waverly, Missouri, number 3, Cassie Eversman. And outside hitter, a 5'5" freshman from Union, Missouri, number 7, Harrison Teaser. Middle blocker, a 5'9" junior from Quincy, Illinois, number 12, Chloe Moore. Middle blocker, a 5'2" senior from Bolton, Missouri, number 13, Allison Murphy. Guevara, a 5'2" senior from Lowell, Indiana, number 17, Francis Small. The Trojans are coached by Deja Brown. She's assisted by Emily Booth.
Sydney Healy.
At outside hitter, a 6-foot junior from Jefferson City, Missouri, number 4, Hannibal Mawson.
Annabelle Mawson.
At middle hitter, from Buffalo, Missouri, a 6-foot senior, number 5, Delaney.
That's Delaney Miller.
At outside hitter, a 5'8" junior from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, number 6,
Alyssa Smith.
At libero, a 5'4" senior out of Jefferson City, Missouri, number 8, Crystal Bronner.
That's Crystal Bronner.
The opposite hitter, a 6-foot senior from Jefferson City, Missouri, number 12, Callie Henson.
That's Callie Henson.
At 7, a 5'8" junior from Lopes, Poland, number 22, Gabby Huppard.
Gabby Aturick. Yeah. Yeah, 12, yeah. So we got the starting lineups for both teams. Quentin Norris sitting in the catbird seat. Hannibal-LaGrange in the white uniform with the red trim, red numerals. Central Methodist, gray uniform, black trim, black numerals. Birds on the bats. Central Methodist 4-4 on the year, while Hannibal-LaGrange is 0-7. Of course, a beautiful day. Just seemed like Monday. I think we had temperatures in the mid-90s, and now it is about 74 degrees outside of Central Methodist. Of course, some Dodger blue skies and everything else. So we're ready to get going. Last year, these two teams, I think Central Methodist won the matches 3-0. That came last October here in Fayette. Now, these two teams, originally, when the schedule came out, they were hoping to play on August 18th, but due to a scheduling conflict, they ended up decided not to play that game in Hannibal, so they decided just have Hannibal come here as well. So we got the lineups there as one of the officials, the down official, trying to make sure we got everything all situated there as well. When they played them last October, Central Methodist won 25-15, 25-20, 25-10. Gabby Aturick from Lodz, Poland. We'll get started. And here we are. We are now underway. There's a line drive serve, blocked. Here comes Hannibal. Let's see what Hannibal does here. Gets it over to Bronner. Bronner to Aturick. They set it up for Sydney Healy, and Central Methodist leads it 1-0. So Sydney Healy gets started with, and now Aturick serving. Line drive serve there. Here comes Hannibal. Little tip shot to Aturick. Aturick to Bronner. Bronner sets it up for Healy. Healy with a dump shot is good. And a 2-0 lead for Central Methodist. Both of them by the great Sydney Healy, the junior from Kansas City, went to Staley High School. Another line drive serve there. That goes Hannibal. Bronner to Aturi. That is Annabelle Mawson, and it's tipped out of bounds. A point for Central Methodist, and a 3-0 lead for Central Methodist. About 2 hours and 22 minutes. St. Louis Cardinals take on the Cincinnati Reds. Cincinnati is trying to stay alive for the postseason. Tip shot over, and Hannibal gets on the board at 3-1 now. So 3-1 is our score. Here we are in the first set. Caitlin Holmgren will serve from Hammond, Wisconsin, around the Milwaukee area with a left-handed serve to Henson. A Turek. Here's Healy. What a beautiful shot. Sydney Healy. She has 3 of the first 4. And it's 4-1 Central Methodist. As Annabelle Mawson from Jefferson City. Of course, I know her mom is Julianne. I was hoping maybe Julianne would come, but I have a feeling she'll probably wait for the night game, for the primetime matchup with Southwestern. A Turek to Bronner. Here's Callie Henson. Back goes Hannibal. Let's see what Hannibal does here. That's out of bounds, and a point for Central Methodist, and a 5-1 lead. 5-1's our score. Annabelle Mawson serving. Went to Jeff City High School. A line drive serve there. Here comes a nice block. I think that is their new player, Kelsey Walker. I think Kelsey Walker will get the block there. The new one from New Zealand. Makes it 6-1 now. So Annabelle Mawson still serving. Set number 1. Line drive serve there. Oh, another block. I think Morgan LeBlanc gets credit with the block. And I think Kelsey Walker is in there as well. 7-1 now. Glad to have you with us, as the great Vin Scully would say. Hey, let's pull up a chair then and get ready for some volleyball. Another line drive serve. Back goes Hannibal. Let's see what Hannibal does here. A little two-handed set play to Bronner, to a Turek. That's Callie Henson. What an amazing career she's having, and it's 8-1. Callie Henson. I believe that is, looks like that's Greta Bronner. That's Crystal's mom just coming into the field out. That's an ace for Annabelle Mawson and a 9-1 lead. Central Methodist is on a 6-0 run now to get started. Annabelle with the serve. Nice line drive serve there. Back goes Hannibal. Bronner digs it over to a Turek. That's Morgan LeBlanc. Another line drive to a Turek. Bronner to, that's block. Block to Mawson. There is a Turek. Henson. And that's a kill there, making 10-1 Central Methodist. This is probably one of the fastest starts they've had this season there. Last year, another trip to the national tournament, but this time lost in the opening round to St. Xavier. Last November, last time they had a home match. This is Mawson to a Turek. This is LeBlanc. Block. Recovered nicely by Kelsey Walker. Now here comes into the net. I think Kelsey Walker will get credit with a block. And it's 11-1 now. So Hannibal-LaGrange will call timeout here in the first set. Central Methodist 11. Hannibal-LaGrange 1 here on CMUEagles.com. Let's see, Addie's 11. Addie Butler, 11. Okay. Trying. I think Bill's 17. I think 11-1 is our score first set. Quentin Norris sitting in the catbird seat here at Central Methodist University. 31st year as a broadcaster. And Annabelle Mawson still serving. It's 11-1 now on a line drive serve. And I think that is a double hit call and a 12-1 lead for Central Methodist. Annabelle Mawson still serving. Mawson serves, line drive, back goes Hannibal-LaGrange. See what they do here. There's a shot there. Out to Walker Turek. There's Morgan LeBlanc with the kill from Branson, Missouri. Makes it 13-1. $13-1 is our score into the net. Now it's 13-2. So Central Methodist went on a 10-0 run now. So Ariana Hutron from El Paso, Texas. That's where the famous Sun Bowl football classic is always have every year. I think it's also one of the longest programs on CBS along with the Masters. I think they've been doing that since the 60s. LeBlanc to Mawson, back to Morgan LeBlanc. Oh, that's a beautiful shot there. And a 14-2 lead for Central Methodist. And now Crystal Bronner, I want to thank her for, of course, she gave me a t-shirt earlier this afternoon, right before the pregame show. 14-2. There is Mawson to a Turek. Oh, nice drop shot there. Delaney Miller. That's Delaney Miller. Makes it 15-2. Crystal Bronner still serving. Another line drive serve. Here comes Hannibal. That is out of bounds. And a 16-2 lead for Central Methodist. One of the best starts we've had this season. And also probably in the 31 years that I have broadcast. Back goes Hannibal. That's out of bounds. 17-2. Buono still serving. Back goes Hannibal. Here comes a left-handed shot to a Turek. Bronner. Here's Morgan LeBlanc. Just a bit outside. I thought it went in, but the line judge said no. And it's a point for Hannibal-LaGrange. Makes it 17-3. That's Francis Kroll with the serve. A Turek. Miller gets a block to Bronner. A Turek sets it up for LeBlanc. And that is an out of bounds. So Hannibal-LaGrange now on a 2-0 run now, but they have a long ways to go. And it's 17-4 now. And it's Garrett Case giving out the instructions. Of course, last year he was the volleyball coach at William Woods. Here's a Turek. Nice drop shot. To Bronner, to a Turek. Oh, nice job there. Back goes Hannibal. Nice block. Henson, a Turek. Oh, miscommunication, but LeBlanc recovers it. Good hustle there. LeBlanc to a Turek. Nice left-handed shot by Callie Henson. 18-4. 18-4 now. Looks like that's Riley McBurney. She came from William Woods in the serve from Blue Springs, Missouri. Back goes Hannibal. Now Bronner. That's McBurney. Oh, nice job by Delaney Miller. 19-4. Of course, part of the track team that won the conference title. And we'll take a timeout there. Central Methodist 19, Hannibal-LaGrange 4. Well, you know. First set, Central Methodist 19, Hannibal-LaGrange 4. Quentin Norris from the catbird seat. As Riley McBurney from Blue Springs, Missouri, in the sort of beautiful town around the Kansas City area. Remember going there numerous times. Most notably on the way to Kauffman Stadium to watch the Kansas City Royals play baseball. Back goes a little miscommunication, but recovers out to McBurney to LeBlanc. And here comes Hannibal out to Mawson, McBurney. Oh, nice job there by Joanna Milo. Joanna Milo with the kill, 20-4 now. From Lisboa, Portugal. $20-4 now in this first set. Out of bounds, and it's 21-4 now. Riley McBurney in the serve. $21-4 now. Here comes Hannibal. McBurney to Bronner. Miller. And that's out of bounds. So it's now 21-5 now. Harrison Tisa will serve from Union, Missouri, around the south central part of Missouri, around the Rolla area, I do believe. McBurney. Nice job, Milo, but it's out of bounds. So now it's 21-6 now. So 21-6 now. First set. Coleman Lee giving out instructions. Of course, here's LeBlanc to McBurney to Milo. Into the net. Point makes it 22-6. Alyssa Smith in the serve from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, around the Tulsa area. Of course, there is a AA team in Tulsa. That was a back goes block, and a point for Hannibal-LaGrange. Makes it 22-7. So it's 22-7 now. And now number 2, Ryan Blankenship in the serve from Colorado Springs, Colorado. That's where the United States Air Force Academy is at. Oh, nice job by Joanna Milo. Makes it 23-7. That's Addison Butler, one of the seniors from Wentzville. I know her mom name is Susan. I'm sure Susan is listening in from Wentzville, Missouri. I want to say hi to her as well. Looking forward to seeing her at one of the volleyball matches. McBurney recovers it out to Mawson. Back goes Hannibal-LaGrange. Left-handed shot. Here's McBurney to Sydney Healy. Of course, back goes Healy. Tips it out to McBurney. They set it up for Milo. And it's a point now. It's a 24-7. And it's set point now, ladies and gentlemen. So, fans here, it is set point now. Butler in the serve. Back goes Hannibal. That's Butler to McBurney. Nice tip shot back. That will be a point for Central Methodist, and they will take the first set. 25-7. We'll have set number 2 for you in about 2 minutes and 2 seconds on CMUEagles.com. You got it. There we go. Back here at Central Methodist University, Puckett Fieldhouse. Central Methodist winning the first one, 25-7. Quentin Norris here from the Catbird C. Also, just 2 weeks ago tomorrow, in that 5-set victory over Xavier, our very own Coleman Lee earned his 100th victory as a head coach there. Of course, he's been head coach since 2019, and what an amazing job he has done throughout his tenure. The last 4 years have all ended with a trip to the national tournament. And I think his first year, I would say, they made it to the Sweet 16. Actually, 2021, they made it to the Elite 8. At the time, I think actually the farthest one is his first year. They went to the Sweet 16. So hopefully this year, maybe another trip to the Sioux City, maybe to the Elite 8. as we're about ready to get set number 2 going. And it looks like that was Southwestern, the team from Winfield, Kansas, around the Wichita area, made the trip. And they're in the locker rooms there as well. Caitlin Holmgren will serve for, she's a left-hander, to Henson, to Turek. Here's Cindy Healy, got it blocked. And for the first time, Hannibal-LaGrange leads it 1-0. From Hammond, Wisconsin, around the Milwaukee area. Henson to a Turek. Here's Healy, beautiful shot, and that's out of bounds. So now it's 2-0 Hannibal-LaGrange. Coleman Lee giving out instructions. 2-0 now to Henson. They set it up for a Turek. Block, Mousen to a Turek. Nice job there. Point for Callie Henson. That's Annabelle Mawson. So 2-1 now, and Annabelle Mawson will serve. Line drive. And this match is tied at 2 on an ace by Annabelle Mawson. So Annabelle Mawson will serve. Annabelle Mawson serves. Nice serve off the backboard. Gets it over to Mawson, to a Turek. And that's Kelsey Walker from New Zealand. Makes it 3-2. Of course, had a great visit. I remember the first time I got to visit with her was 2 weeks ago over at Columbia College. Had a great visit with her from New Zealand. Of course, they were, and I think that's Lower Hutt, around the same area where they had the Women's World Cup Soccer Tournament. And it's a 4-2 lead now on an ace by Annabelle Mawson. Annabelle Mawson still serving. 4-2 now. Back goes Hannibal. And that's out of bounds, and a 5-2 lead. Now suddenly Central Methodist is on a 5-0 run now. At one time, I think the largest run they had was 13. Actually, it was 10. That was early in that first set. I think that was when they went up to a 13-1 lead. Oh, there's an ace there. Hit the line. Makes it 6-2. That was a beautiful shot by Annabelle Mawson. 3 aces already. Six to 2 now. Digs it out to Bronner. Nice hustle by Morgan LeBlanc. Back goes Hannibal. Henson, LeBlanc. Now here's Callie Henson. After Mawson, LeBlanc. That's Turek. Oh, left-handed shot by Callie Henson. 7-2 now. Callie Henson makes it 7-2. A quick 7-2 lead here in this second set. Central Methodist won the first one, 25-7. Mawson serves. Back goes Hannibal. Bronner. And that'll be a point for Hannibal-LaGrange. And it's now 7-3 now. Ariane Hutron from El Paso, Texas will serve. Utron serves it out to Bronner, to Ature. There's Kelsey Walker with a tip shot. 8-2, Central Methodist. I tell you one thing, this is probably the 5th time I have seen her play. She is really going to be something to watch out for this upcoming year. Back goes Hannibal. Dug out to Miller. Aturek. Oh, nice job. Morgan LeBlanc makes it 9-2. So a 9-2 lead for Central Methodist. Set number 2. Central Methodist already leads it 1-0. Crystal Bronner in the serve, the libero from Jeff City Helias High School. Miller to that's a Turek. Back goes Hannibal. Miller, a Turek. Nice left-handed shot. See what Hannibal does here. Miller, a Turek. Oh, nice job, Delaney Miller. I think the scoreboard says 10-3, but I think it's supposed to be 10-2. So Bronner in the serve. Back goes Hannibal. Block. I think that's Delaney Miller with the block. So it's 11-2 now. So a timeout call there in the second set. Central Methodist 11, Hannibal-LaGrange 2. Actually, it's, well, wait a minute, it is 3. It is 11. That's right, because that one was a block. Now I got it. He would be the 11-3 here in our second set. Central Methodist won the opener. They won the opener 25-7. And Crystal Bronner in the serve for game number 2. Hannibal jumped ahead 2-0, but Central Methodist went on an 11-1 run now. Oh, nice block right on the line there. I think that's Delaney Miller with a block. 12-3 Central Methodist. Bronner in the serve, takes about 3 dribbles. Another line drive floater out to Hannibal. Let's see what Hannibal does. I think that's Miller. And it's a lift call, and it's a 13-3 lead. So 13-3. 13-3, and here comes, oh, nice block. I think that's Delaney Miller. Delaney Miller with a block. Now 14-3. Central Methodist is on a 7-0 run now. Bronner in the serve, another line drive serve. See what Hannibal does here. That's out of bounds. And it's a 15-3 lead. (15-3). Here comes Hannibal. That's an 16-3. Suddenly it's 16-3 now. Line drive back to Hannibal. Block to LeBlanc. Trick. Miller, a Turek. Oh, nice job there. I think Delaney Miller with the kill. 17-3. (17-3) now. Another line drive serve. Miller to a Turek. Henson. Back goes Hannibal. Let's see what Hannibal does here. Henson to a Turek. LeBlanc. Here comes the Mawson. A Turek. Oh, Delaney Miller. And it's now 18-3. (18-3) there. Another line drive serve. Mawson to LeBlanc. Back goes Hannibal into the net. Makes it 19-3. So it's 19-3 now. (19-3) now here in set number 2. Back into the net, 20-3. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Suddenly, Central Methodist is on a 13-0 run now. That's the largest run we've had so far. 20-3 now. Nice set play there. Back goes Hannibal. Into the net. And it's a point for Hannibal-LaGrange. Now it's 20-4. So it's 20-4 now. Francis Nall from Low, Indiana, around the Indianapolis area, which is also home of the Indianapolis 500. LeBlanc to Callie Henson. That's a net violation, but a point for Central Methodist. Makes it 21-4 now. So Riley McBurney. Checks in there. Looks like that's Jessica Mowry in the cert, number 15. The great number 15, like the great Tim McCarver used to wear for the St. Louis Cardinals back in the 1960s. And it's 22-4 now. So Jessica Mowry, the senior from Arnold, will serve. Mowry to see what Hannibal does here. McBurney to Bronner. Sets it up for Morgan LeBlanc. Back goes Hannibal. Bronner, McBurney. Couldn't get it, but a point for Hannibal-LaGrange. Makes it 22-5. Cassie Averson from Waverly, Missouri, around just west of Marshall on Highway 65. Oh, beautiful shot. 23-5. Alyssa Smith checks into the game from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Had a great visit with her, along with her mom. Had a great talk. I think her mom's name is Lisa. Well, I think she is here today. I just said hi to her as well. Henson. McBurney to And Mawson back goes. And a point now makes it 24-5. And now 24-5 now. They're now 1 point away. Another set point and a chance to go up 2-0 in the match. Alyssa Smith. Back goes Hannibal. McBurney to Callie Henson. McBurney to Annabelle Mawson. It is in. And Central Methodist wins the second set, 25-5. And they lead the set 2-0. We'll have set 3 for you in about 2 minutes on CMUEagles.com and the Hard America Conference Network. Okay. One of my favorite places. All righty then. Good start there. You know what? That is called getting off to a good start. Oh, not too much, Coach. Hey, I was gonna. You know, that's Coach Davis. Doing well. Hey, oh, it's Cam up there as well. Back here at Central Methodist, set number 3. Central Methodist leads the match 2-0. Won the first one 25-7, 25-5. Yeah, June. Yeah. Yeah, Riesel. Yeah. Well, that's well. You know. Hey, actually, well, we would. So Central Methodist back out there, chance to close it out though. Going. Hey, my friend. I think I heard about So we're about ready to get set 3 going. Central Methodist leads the match 2-0. One more victory. It'll be win number 5 for Central Methodist. 5-4 heading into the 7 o'clock game with Southwestern. And of course, Hannibal-LaGrange will play Southwestern. Of course, I know Southwestern just got here. That's Gavi Turek. We'll start off for set 3, and we are underway now. A little tip shot, nice hustle, but a point for Hannibal-LaGrange. So 1-0 now. I believe that is Cassie Aversman to serve from Waverly, and also another former Central Methodist volleyball player from a few years back, Kinsey Phillips, who is now, I believe, teaching at Lexington in a tie game at 1. So Kinsey, if you can hear me, I just want to say hi. That's Danica White from New Athens, Illinois, around the Chicago area. That's Alyssa Smith. Oh, just outside there, and Hannibal leads it 2-1 now. I tell you, I would. So Francis Knoll from Lowell, Indiana. With the line drive to the Bronner to Aturi. Nice left-handed shot. That is beautiful. I believe Gemma Dizenzo from Madrid, Spain with the kill. We're tied at 2. So Annabelle Mawson in the serve, getting a lot of new players into the action there. That's blocked. I think Kelsey Walker with the block. 3-2 now. Boy, Kelsey Walker has played well so far already. And like I said, she is getting better every time there. So Annabelle Mawson in the serve. And a tie game at 3 now. Cassie Aversman in the serve. Tie game at 3. Aturic. There's Danica White. Beautiful shot. Danica White. Like the old Dave Winfield line drive hit. Drew Gale in there. Another newcomer from Annapolis, Missouri. I would believe that's around the southeast part of Missouri. That's out of bounds there. And it's a 5-3 lead for Central Methodist. Remember meeting her as well. Another line drive serve. Back goes Hannibal. Bronner. That's White. White. There's Gale. Back goes Hannibal. Nice block. Gale. Oh, nice job there by Kelsey Walker. 6-3 Central Methodist. Boy, Central Methodist off to a good start there. Another one makes it 7-3. What a start for Central Methodist. And Drew Gale is still serving. 7-3 now. There's a right-handed shot out of bounds. It's 8-3 Central Methodist. A quick 5-0 run now. Eight to 3 now. Oh, 9-3. I think give her a block to Kelsey Walker. And it's 9-3 now. 9-3 now in this third set there. Henson to Bronner. Looks like that is number 21. That is Lauren Strange. Out to Bronner. Oh, nice play by Drew Gale. Makes it 10-3. About an hour and 7 from now, of course, we'll have Hannibal-LaGrange and Southwestern pregame show. Around 4:45 or so. 10-3 now. That's out of bounds. 11-3 now. Way things are going. Usually there'd be a 30-minute warm-up time, but we could have about 45 minutes, which that's okay with me. 11-3 on an 8-0 run now. That's White. Gale. Oh, nice left-handed shot by Danica White. A 12-3 lead. That's like the old Rod Carew line drive hit the left. 12-3 now. And it's a block. 13-3. 13-3 now. So Hannibal will take a timeout here in the third set. Central Methodist 13, Hannibal-LaGrange 3. Excuse me there. What a start. You know, oh, okay. I just didn't know. I was just, oh, don't worry. Don't. Let's see. There's 13-3, set 3. Central Methodist won the first one, 25-7, 25-5, and now it looks like Drew Gale is in the serve there. She has been on serve 10 straight times. And back goes Hannibal. Out of bounds, it's 14-3. So Drew Gale in the serve there from Annapolis, Missouri. Around the south central part of Missouri. Around the Rolla area and all that. And now it's a 14-4 now. Ryan Blankenship will serve to Danica White. Looks like that's Gale to White, and it's out of bounds. So now it's 14-5. So Hannibal has a long ways to go, not only for the third one, but trying to stay alive. 14-5, White. That'll be an ace. First ace of the match for Hannibal-LaGrange. And now Hannibal's on a 3-0 run now to make it 14-6. Line drive to White. Gale. Gale to Bronner. There's Lauren Strange. Back goes Hannibal. And a little miscommunication makes it 14-7. So suddenly Hannibal's trying to stay alive. They're on a 4-0 run. I think that's been the longest one we had this match for Hannibal-LaGrange. The longest one is 13. Oh, nice job there by Kelsey Walker. And it's 15-7 now. It's 15-7 now. So Jessica Mowry in the serve. Mowry in the serve. Line drive serve there. Good job to Smith. There's Gale. Oh, nice job. I think Lauren Strange with the kill. Makes it 16-7. From Bloomington, Illinois, famous celebrity, the great Denny Matthews, longtime radio announcer for the Kansas City Royals. I believe this is his 55th year on the microphone for the Royals on radio. Allison Murphy in the serve from Fulton, Missouri. I remember going there in 8th grade. Went to a nuclear power plant. And it's now a 16-9 game. And then after that, then we went to the Churchill Memorial. If you ever go there, it is a beautiful place to go to in Fulton. Remember going there? Gale. Nice job there. I think that is Kelsey Walker. Annabelle Mawson. There's Crystal Bronner. So it's now 17-9. Bronner in the serve. Back goes Hannibal. Block. Back goes. And it's a point for Hannibal-LaGrange. Now it's 17-10 now. Letter line drive to Gale. Oh, nice tip shot by Annabelle Mawson. 18-10. Gabby Aturek checks into the ball game. Gabby Aturek will serve. Aturek serves, line drive, back goes Hannibal-LaGrange. Dug out to Mowry, to DiCenzo. What a shot. That's a beautiful drop shot. Gemma Dinzo makes it 19-10. 19-10 is our score. Aturek serves. Back goes Hannibal. And a point there on looks like a lift call. Makes it 20-10. So Central Methodist is 5 points away for win number 5 on the year. Ranked number 18. They started out number 19. They went up to 18. And that's a point for Hannibal-LaGrange. Now makes it Ariana Hutron will serve. To Bronner, to Mawson. Nice left-handed shot, but here comes Hannibal-LaGrange. Nice job to Aturek, to Bronner. Now here's Alyssa Smith. Mowry. And there's a kill there to make it 20-12 now. And I see the Southwestern team now the official wants to talk it over. Looks like they're going to give the point to Central. So it's 21-11. Alyssa Smith will serve. So it's 21-11 now. Central Methodist 4 points away for win number 5. Here comes Bronner to Aturek. Smith back out to Hannibal. See what Hannibal does here. Larry try shot. It looked like, yeah, it did touch the hand of one of the Central Methodist players. So it's now 21-12. So Francis Nall in the serve. A little past 4 o'clock there. Out of bounds, so it's now 22-12. Annabelle Mawson to serve. Just needs 3 more points for win number 5. Mawson serves, line drive. Here comes Hannibal. Blocked, and I believe that's Jima Denzo. Makes it 23-12. 23-12 now. Great crowd on hand, over maybe 10,000 here. 23-12, and I'm sure millions are all watching on television. There is White. Denzo. And it's a match point. Match point, ladies and gentlemen, and Annabelle Mawson. It is match point, ladies and gentlemen. Mawson serves. Back goes Hannibal. To Mowry, Attore, Walker, and Hannibal's still alive now, 24-13. So Cassie Aversman will still serve. Back to Attore. Beautiful shot. Kelsey Walker. And ladies and gentlemen, as the great Jack Buck will say it best, that's a winner, folks. Central Methodist has won the match there, 25-13. We'll recap the scoring there as well. Central Methodist won the first set, 25-7, 25-5 in game 2, and 25-13. Central Methodist, with that victory, they are 5-4 on the year. Hannibal-LaGrange will now drop to 1-0-8. Hannibal-LaGrange will play Southwestern in about 55 minutes or so. Well, in 2 hours and 55 minutes, Central Methodist will take on Southwestern. This is Quentin Norris saying so long for right now. We'll probably see you back in about 40 minutes and 40 seconds on CMUEagles.com.